Hi, hope you're having a lovely weekend. I just wanted to have a little come on for a little chatter. Today I've been thinking about a few little things that have been on my mind. My favourite park in London is St James's Park. I love St James's Park. I love the pelicans. I love the story behind the pelicans that the Russian president gave them to Queen Victoria, and they survived in the park all this time. But at the entrance of St James's Park is a statue of Queen Anne. Now, the statue was commissioned in 1705, and the story behind Queen Anne is quite tragic. She lost 17 children, some in childbirth, some miscarriages. She suffered with depression. And I'm not surprised after that. That must have been such a hard thing to bear. And none of her children survived until adulthood. So that must have been really, really hard. And she was very obese at the end of her life. So they made a coffin for her, but they had to make a square coffin to fit her in. Anyway, so they had this statue that was commissioned in 1705. I think it was when she died. I can't remember the name of the first sculptor. But anyway, he didn't do a very good job. Apparently, people didn't think it was a very great statue of her. And it didn't even have her name on it, It was sort of, a bit of a not a great one compared to some of the beautiful statues that you see in London. So anyway, because it didn't have a name on it, the kids thought it was a statue of Mary, Bloody Mary, Mary Queen of Scots. So the kids, obviously at that time, Mary Queen of Scots wasn't popular, so they broke the arm off of the statue, and they smashed, the face through little torpedo, what are they called? Not torpedoes, little thing, yes, whatever things that the statue, stones, and it looked awful, and it wasn't even Mary Queen of Scots. Anyway, so they commissioned, I think his name was Thomas Brown, I hope I've got that right, another sculptor who was famous for doing really wonderful sculptures, and they got him to do a statue, not sculptures, statues, get it right, statues. So they got him to do the statue, and they made sure that it had her name at the bottom. So yeah, so that's quite interesting in itself. But what's even more interesting to me was the fact that apparently every August, the ghost of Queen Anne climbs down from the statue and then walks along St James's Park up and down, which used to be divided into two parts, but it's now one part. But she walks up and down, and she only does this in August. So my question to you is, has anyone seen the ghost of Queen Anne walking up and down 3 times in August? It's only ever August. I wonder why it's only ever August. Yeah, I was wondering, maybe she died in August. I think she died in August. Didn't she die on the 1st of August? I think she did. Anyway, that's my interesting little snippet of a story. I've been on this planet quite a while and I never knew that. So that was interesting for me. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend. Bye.